You just looked at your credit card statement and felt your stomach drop at a $40 charge for a subscription you swore you canceled 6 months ago. The average American household is subscribed to more services than they consciously know about. Not because they're careless, but because these billing systems are architecturally designed to disappear into the background of your life. Every extra click, every buried cancellation number you have to call during business hours. That's intentional friction. And you are paying for it every single month. These companies don't accidentally make cancellation hard. They engineer it that way. Before we get into the 7 specific traps, here's what you should do right now. Pull up your last 2 bank statements and highlight every charge under $30 that repeats. Those small, forgettable numbers are draining you far more than the big obvious ones. Not the $200 charge. The $9 one that's been sitting there for 14 months. Point 1. The zombie subscription. This is the one you already know about, but probably not the full scope of it. A zombie subscription is a service you signed up for, stopped using, and forgot to cancel. But it never stopped billing you. Your brain categorizes recurring charges as background noise, especially when they're small. A $12 monthly fee doesn't feel urgent enough to address today. So it rolls into next month. And the month after that. Multiply that by 3 or 4 zombie subscriptions sitting quietly in the background, and you're looking at hundreds of dollars a year leaving your account without a single conscious decision from you. These companies know this. That's exactly why free trials almost always require a credit card up front. The conversion from trial to paid subscriber isn't about the product being good. It's about inertia doing the selling for them. Point 2. The annual billing trap. This one is sneakier than zombie subscriptions because it only hits once a year, which means you never see it coming. A service charges you annually instead of monthly, and because 12 months pass between charges, your brain has completely disconnected from the original sign-up decision. It doesn't feel like a renewal. Feels like a surprise. Companies love this billing structure for one specific reason. Annual subscribers cancel at dramatically lower rates than monthly subscribers. The billing cycle itself becomes the retention strategy. You're not staying because you love the product. You're staying because the charge already happened, and now your brain is wrestling with the sunk cost. That feeling of, well, I already paid for the year, I might as well use it. That feeling is worth millions of dollars to these companies. Point 3. The price creep nobody announces. Jessica, a 38-year-old marketing coordinator, signed up for a streaming service at $9 a month back in 2022. She never consciously agreed to a new price. But she's now paying $17 a month. She doesn't know this. Most people don't. Subscription price increases are legally disclosed in terms of service emails, deliberately designed to look like standard system notifications, not financial alerts. The font is small. The subject line is generic. And by the time the new price hits your account, that email is buried under weeks of other noise. This is price creep. Across 3 or 4 services simultaneously, it can quietly add $40 to $60 a month to your bill, without a single active decision from you. Point 4. The free trial to paid funnel with a dark pattern exit. A dark pattern is a trap disguised as a feature. Think of it as a door that's very easy to walk into and nearly impossible to walk back out of. Free trial signups almost universally use dark patterns at the cancellation stage. You try to cancel online, it tells you to call a number. You call, you're put on hold. You hang up. The charge processes. There is nothing accidental about this. Research from the Federal Trade Commission confirmed in 2024 that companies using difficult cancellation flows retain up to 40% more subscribers past the trial period. These aren't people who chose to stay. They're people who simply ran out of energy to leave. Point 5. The bundled value you never use. This one targets your sense of logic. You're offered a bundle, a software suite, a wellness app package, a premium membership, and it feels like a deal because individually those components would cost more. But here's the trap. You're not paying for what you use. You're paying for what you imagine you'll use. Behavioral economists call this optimism bias. We consistently overestimate how much we'll actually engage with something we sign up for today. The bundle feels rational in the purchase moment and quietly bleeds money in every month that follows. Companies deliberately overbundle features because the perceived value justifies a higher price point, while your actual usage stays minimal. Point 6. The loyalty program that locks your spending. This isn't a subscription in the traditional sense, but it functions exactly like one psychologically. Retail loyalty programs, especially store credit cards and points ecosystems, are engineered to redirect your spending back to one retailer. The moment you start thinking about whether a purchase counts toward points, the brand has successfully colonized your decision-making. You're no longer shopping for the best value. You're shopping to protect an imaginary asset. And that points balance, when calculated against real dollar value, it often returns less than 1% back to you. Meanwhile, your spending is being funneled into one ecosystem, instead of a competitive market where prices are actually lower. Point 7. The convenience upgrade you pay for twice. Premium tiers are the most psychologically sophisticated trap on this list. You sign up for a base subscription, and within weeks, the app starts surfacing a locked feature right behind a paywall. Always a feature you'd actually use. That's not luck, that's behavioral data. These platforms track your usage patterns and trigger the upgrade prompt at the exact moment you're most likely to feel frustrated by the limitation. You're not buying an upgrade. You're buying relief from an artificially created frustration. Most premium tiers cost $5 to $15 more per month. Across a year, that's an additional $60 to $180 for features that were likely in your original tier before the company restructured its pricing model to extract more from you. Now connect all 7 of these. A zombie subscription bleeding quietly in the background. An annual billing surprise you didn't budget for. 3 services that price crept without a single notification you noticed. 2 dark pattern cancellation flows you never finished. A bundle of features collecting digital dust. A loyalty program rerouting your entire grocery spend. A premium upgrade you bought out of pure frustration. Run the math on a 12-month window, and you are looking at $600 to $1,200 gone. Not spent on things you chose. Extracted from you through psychological architecture while you were busy with everything else that actually matters. The one behavioral shift that cuts through all of this. Treat your bank statement like a monthly performance review of your own financial decisions. Not a shameful audit, a strategic one. Block 20 minutes on the first Sunday of every month. Go line by line on recurring charges only. If you cannot immediately name what a charge is for, flag it. If you cannot justify its current value in under 10 seconds, cancel it. That single habit, done consistently, is worth more than any budgeting app you could subscribe to, ironically enough. And here's where it gets even more layered. Because the same psychology that keeps you locked into subscriptions you don't use is the exact same engine driving the next financial drain most women never see coming. The aesthetic standards being sold to you on social media aren't just about looks. They carry an invisible price tag, one that's been quietly embedded into your monthly spending through micro-purchases, so-called investment products, and lifestyle systems engineered to feel like self-improvement. Click the video on your screen right now, and let's pull back the next layer to expose how aesthetic trends are being deliberately designed to keep women financially stuck.